So Walmart is a very good example, right? So Walmart, they are in the retail. They have been pretty data savvy to begin with. Their culture has this idea of saving money with data. So pretty steamed up. And say when you talk about, I was talking to one of the world's largest industrial manufacturer, and he was sharing me about his pain. And so he was telling me, Vishal, we get talent with this new reality of using data effectively, using this new paradigm of work effectively. But when we bring them on board, how we function, we are culturally so different from where these people are coming from, that many times they feel clogged and choked, and they
Yeah,
end up quitting. So
yeah,
how do you suggest these companies to transform in this new reality?
excellent, excellent. So I give you two or three ways to do that. I've been doing that. In this particular case, Vishal, the CEO and the CFO and two or three other people in the top team have now agreed to do this. If they don't agree, it won't happen. That's the commitment. And they also have somebody that who is willing is the CDO, Chief Digital Officer, or Chief Technology Officer. If you don't have that team, it's not going to work. Now we say this way. I did in one company. I said, consider this is a large manufacturer. So we say, I want you to pick 2% of the people who have 98% of the impact. It's usually about 50, 60 people. We're going to organize them. I will do a half a day teaching to them. No more, just to get them. And I'll get the CDO to work with me that what algorithms can do. Not what algorithms are. We can clarify. But what machine learning can do for the business to increase revenues, to increase margins, to increase cash flow, to serve the customer better, create a customer preference. We do this homework on that. So people say, yeah, that's credible, but they don't know what the algorithms are. So then we say, we're going to take, in this case, for 50 people, we're going to split them into 8 teams, cross-functional, cross-unit. And they're going to get 6 weeks maximum. Each team is going to examine a part of the whole value chain. And they're going to come up with one idea that should be digitized. They did. Some came with 3, very specific. I created template. So they now got into the operation, and in each team we assigned an IT person. They went meticulously because the top team is going to review them. Say, what resources do you need? We can get you some small vendors to work with you. And we have chosen the projects now to go in. So the cultural commitment came out from those 2%. And the energy in the company moved. Please remember one thing. The people in the middle are saying, why did it take you so long? They can't wait for it. They want it organized. They want education. They want simple wins to show that. And then we're now proceeding on a pilot basis, doing small bites. You see, in every case, nothing is going to wait more than 10 weeks.
Interesting. So
Yeah, I'll give you one. There's a company in India called Larsen and Toubro. This is about 4 years ago. New CEO came from inside, aggressive, fantastic CEO. So he gets a team of 10 people. These 10 people look at the data of 3 years of suppliers. They buy something like $6 billion of merchandise every year. I met the team. This team did the single source of truth. They hygiened up the data, did that by hand, did the coding, standardized. It took about a year and a half. Then they put them into action. They saved $600 million a year. Tangible benefit. Now, the Larsen Toubro bought a company that does this kind of work and build as a line of business. But we need the commitment of the top team, and we create socialization and get the people to say, you don't worry about the algorithms. You spend your time what needs to be improved And algorithms is a tool. And we're going to give you a tool person with you who will open your eyes. If you do this, what will happen? If you do this, what will happen to your revenues, with your cash, with your margin, with your customer satisfaction, with your brand? And that's how we have done in a couple of companies. It moves very fast.
Interesting. And I'm curious to know. So you see writing on the wall. Say if you're dealing with a company and you see writing on the wall, understand there's a clear systematic issue that this company needs to go through to transform and understand this new reality, and they're stuck with their cultural paradigms. So I wonder, what are some of the tricks that you have used? Because we hear about leaders a lot, many leaders who talk about not able to get through the viscosity of the culture of an organization to make a
Great point.
change. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's why the first item was 2% of the 98% impact. Find those people. You're going to have sessions with them. They are influencers by definition. See what is their need. They are the cultural modifiers, what decisions they are in, where these decisions need to be put to the machine learning. That's the mechanism. It's in my book, Talent Wins. I wrote with the CEO of McKinsey and vice chairman of Korn Ferry. So you don't do the whole company. You cannot. You
Hmm.
got to go where the most critical decisions and most influential people. And they're legitimate, they're respected, they're influential. See, the resistance is not by 100% of people. Partly they don't know what it is,
Hmm.
partly legitimate skepticism. Could data really do that? So we done in parallel to show them. The most difficult part, if you have the top layer of 20 people, next layer is 100. The greatest resistance is in the 120 people. And the news is people know who they are, and the CEO has to deal with them. It's not in the middle.